Welcome to History, Our Story, His Truth. What are you? Such a question is being asked in your home by a ruthless stranger. What are you? With such a swearing, your soul is disturbed by some stranger. These lines are taken from the poem What Are You by Ivan Vazov, which is based on a real incident in which Crown Prince Alexander of Yugoslavia slapped a little girl from Skopje for answering, I am a Bulgarian, to his question, What are you? 6 January Dictatorship was a royal dictatorship established in the Kingdom of Serbs, Croats, and Slovenes, the Kingdom of Yugoslavia, by King Alexander I on 6 January 1929. Alexander abolished the Vidovian constitution, prorogued the National Assembly, and introduced a personal dictatorship. In 1918, after becoming the Prince Regent, his first act was a land reform which made a section of the society landless. One of the first acts after becoming the king, a dictator in 1929, was to carry out a purge of the civil service. He also changed the name of the country to the Kingdom of Yugoslavia and changed the internal divisions. He tried to banish Serbian Cyrillic script to promote the Latin alphabet. The Croat historian Milan Sufle was murdered by police agents, becoming an international issue. Croat politician Ante Trumblic, in a speech in 1931, stated, "We are in a crisis, an economic, financial, and moral crisis. There is no material or moral credit in the country. Nobody believes anything anymore." Let me repeat. He said, "We are in a crisis, an economic, financial, and moral crisis. There is no material or moral credit in the country." Such climate is prevailing, in which our country and the Constitution is a threat, and those who have lived in this land for centuries are being questioned with discriminatory motives. The Bible says in the book of Proverbs, "When the righteous thrive, the people rejoice. When the wicked rule, the people groan." When Nebuchadnezzar, the monarch of the Neo-Babylonian Empire, was troubled by a dream, the prophet Daniel, while interpreting his dream, says in the Bible, "Praise be to the name of a God forever and ever. Wisdom and power are His. He changes times and seasons. He deposes kings and raises up others." And Daniel went on to interpret the dream that his kingdom will not last forever. In this climate, what is our responsibility? Paul writes to Timothy, "I urge then, first of all, the petitions, prayers, intercession, and thanksgiving be made for all people, for kings and all those in authority, that we may live peaceful and quiet lives in all godliness and holiness." The Bible says in Proverbs, "Speak up for those who cannot speak for themselves, for the rights of all who are destitute. Speak up and judge fairly. Defend the rights of the poor and needy." We are called to pray, participate, and to speak up. A Skopje girl was slapped by the dictator, which inspired Ivan Vazov to create poetry out of the incident. On 6th January, another Skopje girl, 19-year-old Agnes, arrived in Calcutta of India to begin her work among the poorest and the marginalized, who went on to become Mother Teresa. This is a stark reminder for us to not only pray and to speak up, but to show the love, mercy, and the justice of God through our life and service. God bless you.